For the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Gotta love the All-Star festivities. Always a great show. We'll be back to get this thing started after this. Alongside Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. Singy, always. So just about set. Today's starting pitcher, Tyler Glasnow.
Try to stay back for that power changeup. Speed differential between the fastball and the changeup is huge. Hitters, they have a hard time staying back.
Freddie Freeman in the box here. Lets that one go for a ball.
First pitch, 7:05.
Glasnow ready and deals. And fouled off. In the dirt, Diaz down to first, in time to get him, one away in the strikeout.
Well, obviously that was nowhere near the strike zone by the time it got to the plate. And people at home watching it thinking, what's he swinging at? But I'll tell you, some of the break guys snap off these days is just devastating. It can be so tough to recognize where a pitch like that's going to end up.
And now it's Christian Yelich. Swing and a miss. Strike one. High fly ball out into left center field. Alvarez in position. He makes the grab. 2 down.
Batting third. From the Los Angeles Dodgers.
Here's Shohei Ohtani. He is quite an athlete. I mean, you look around the other sports, basketball, football, you feel like he could thrive in one of those sports too. And first offering is fouled off.
Some real good life going through the zone on that one.
Swing and a high fly ball, pretty well struck right field. That's back there. Gone! Shohei Ohtani goes deep, and they jump out front. It's 1-0.
That one was a hanger, and pitchers typically don't get away with making a mistake like that. And right there, he made him pay.
So 2 away with nobody on. Now it's Mookie Betts. And first offering is fouled off. Kicks and fires. That one ripped. Alvarez makes the catch, and that is that. But they're off to a good start as they pick up a run on this solo shot. And the home team down a run. Back in Seattle, today's starting pitcher, Max Fried.
Well, the hammer is in effect, and he sets it up so nicely.
Welcome back. Top of the second. Here's the second baseman, Jose Altuve. Obviously a guy who makes good contact, hits for average, but one of the things in today's game, the value in the fact that he hits both righties and lefties. The pitch. And takes low for ball one. They're so reliant on the matchups nowadays, Chris, and it's huge when you don't have to sit a guy or platoon him.
When you can hit, both sides in terms of pitchers' arms, you're a guy that it's hard to take out of the lineup, and I think it's very important today when everything is under the microscope.
Swings and misses, and it's 2-1. The next offering misses, and the count is 3-1. That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
Well, he tried to nibble right there and just missed his spot. Hitter didn't offer at it. Now he has somebody to worry about over at first.
And here is Ronald Acuna Jr. Outfield playing very deep, not wanting anything over their heads. In there for strike one. Ronald Acuna Jr., a guy who burst on the scene in 2018. He was only 20 years old, and he is one of the great talents in baseball right now. 0-2 now. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Came after him with the fastball on 0-2, and that's a pretty good demonstration of what power pitching is all about. He's got the stuff, obviously, and right there he used it to put his opponent away without needing to waste any pitches.
Here's Machado. And that's in for a strike.
Well, I love the fact that he has a lot of fun playing the game, and that rookie year an OPS of 917 just paving the way for what we think will be a Hall of Fame finish to his career.
Glasnow picks to first. Back in their standing. Incredibly, the Braves able to win the 2021 World Series without Acuna. He blew his knee out, tore his right ACL on July 10th, 2021 in Miami. He was done for the year, and the Braves still able to win it. Here's Orlando Arcia. On the ground to third, and that'll do it. So it's no. And welcome back. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Here's Jordan Alvarez.
Ball four, pitch to
Sonny Gray comes on now.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Here's the catcher, Gabriel Moreno.
The catcher, Gabriel.
And the pitch.
Moreno.
Line and a base hit into right.
Now, no waiting around right there. He was ready to swing it on the first pitch. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
Moreno on at first, nobody out. Got him. And he's down on strikes for the second time today. Now it's Christian Yelich. 0 for 1 with a flyout.
Christian Yelich.
Oh, one's the count.
Next offering is in for a strike. At the belt and fires. Battling here as he fouls it away. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Back-to-back strikeouts.
No, interesting. He's looking very comfortable out of the stretch after giving up the leadoff single. Back-to-back strikeouts. So they haven't been able to move that runner off, get him into scoring position, and try to have a better chance of scoring. I tell you, good job so far on the mound. He just needs one more out.
That one is absolutely belted. Garcia ranging back. And that one's gone. His second home run of the game, and they tack on to their lead. It's 3-0. Singy, the ball is jumping off his bat.
Yes, it is. Tons of loud contact. Man, it's been impressive. With a low 90s fastball, you have to live on the edges and hit your spots. If you don't, you'll get hit hard. Really good swing there. Patient and waited for it. It was like BP all over again.
Here's Mookie Betts. He's 0 for 1. There's a high chopper. Zips it across. Out number 3. But 2 come across to score in the inning, courtesy of this. Back here at the ballpark, and now the catcher comes up to him. Yainer. New pitcher coming on, the veteran, Justin Verlander.
And this could be a pretty critical point in this game. They're hoping he's the guy to keep them within striking distance.
Here's the former MVP, Jose Altuve. Worked a walk in his first trip to the plate. Chris, when you look at Justin Verlander, what makes him so good on the mound?
Well, I would say in the prime of his career, the fact that as the game went on and he got deeper into his outing, he actually gained more velocity and became more crisp. So he was one of those classic pitchers that you said, if we don't get him early, we're not going to get him at all.
Here's Ronald Acuna Jr. at the plate. Swing and a tapper that rolls foul. Acuna's signing bonus wasn't astronomical, only $100,000, but a lot of talent as far as the family. His dad, Ron, was a minor league outfielder, and his grandfather, Romo, was a pitcher in the Houston organization. 2 up, 2 down.
Third baseman, number 13.
2 outs, base is empty. Here's Manny Machado now. His first at-bat was a strikeout.
Yeah, when you just look at that lineage, I mean, for him, coming from Venezuela, you got to imagine that, he's going to be a big leaguer with that type of, training and coaching that you've had at home.
Machado out on the play. And that is that. Nothing doing there for the... Ready to go, bottom 4. And here's Corey Seager to hit. Ryan Helsley gets handed the rock out of the pen.
Still pretty early in the ball game, so this bullpen has...
Full 4, take your base. That's ball 4. Ball 4, take your base.
First and second, 1 out. Now. Oh, it's Corey Seager. Tanner Scott will take over here.
And he's coming in to pitch.
Number 66, Tanner Scott.
Full 4, take your base.
Pitching change here, Chris Bassett.
Number 40.
And now Orlando Arcia. Here comes a pitch.
Orlando.
And that one fouled off. Bassett, a former All-Star. He features a sinker, a four-seamer, a cutter, a curve, and he works in a slider. And the right-hander deals. And down on strikes. 1 away.
He had him out in front, which isn't easy to do against a hitter like this, known for using the entire field. Just couldn't sit back long enough on that one.
Line drive, base hit. Here comes Freddie Freeman up to hit.
3-pitch strikeout last time up. Got to put up more of a fight in this one.
And there's the strike. One of the things you don't think about with Freddie Freeman, he's really good defensively picking over there, but he's got a very good throwing arm. In high school, he could throw 95 plus from the mound. Moreno at first, one gone. Got him looking. That's a strikeout.
Well, they've had a great plan of attack for him tonight. I mean, finding all the holes in his swing and his approach, just frustrating for him up there. You strike out a guy 3 times in a game, I think that guy's got to go back and really study some video with his hitting coach, figure out how they're beating him, make this adjustment really quick, because word will get around the league in a hurry.
Here's Yelich at the dish. Swings and crushes one. Right field, way back, and gone. A towering home run, and they cut into the deficit. It's 6-5. They needed that one, Singy.
Indeed they did. They've been fighting to get back into this game, and just like that, they're back in it. Anytime you have a pitch down the middle of the plate, the percentages go up for the hitter to do damage, even if it's a pretty good sinker like that one. Nice piece of hitting there at the plate.
Shohei Ohtani up to the dish. Foul ball there. Righty delivers. That's hard hit on the line. And it drops in, but a good job to keep it in front.
Up next for the National League.
Here's Mookie to hit. Year in and year out, this guy an MVP candidate. Swings through that one. 0-1. And the righty deals. Little trouble with this one behind the plate. And the runner holds. Swing and a miss. Got him to go up the ladder for the K. But not before they're able to draw closer with this blast. It's now 6-5. Back at T-Mobile Park, John Shop.
He's out. That's ball 4.
Frankie Montas on the pitch here. Jose Altuve up to hit here.
Frankie Montas.
The pitch. This one popped up. Foul ground first base side. Did he trip? What happened? Sniper?
Great effort. That's how bad he wanted that one. Head first dive.
That's out to center field. Rodriguez heads towards it. He's got it. And there's one away.
Well, such a confidence boost for a reliever to come into the ball game and get the first hitter he faces. Just makes everything slow down a little bit, and then from there can really settle in.
And it's through for a hit. So a man aboard now with one away.
All over that one right there. We've all seen the defensive shift make a big difference in defending against pull hitters, but it's not foolproof. He pulled it as expected, but he found a hole that time. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Man at first with one gone. Here's Manny Machado. When you talk about elite defensive third baseman, this guy is at the top of the list. And that one is lifted in the air. Brings it in with a nice running grab. And there's two down. Orlando Arcia digs in now.
Orlando Arcia.
Montas, 30 years old now, and they went out and made a trade for him last season. That one not close. And 1-1. Acuna, the runner at first with two gone. Montas moved to first. Acuna back easily. Gonna count 1-2.
Good late sink on that fastball. Out of the hand looks so good, and then by the time it gets in the hitting zone, hard to get the barrel to it.
And now the count is even.
It's a good take.
He caught it behind his back. Throw to first. It's there, and that's a great play. Back in Seattle with Merrifield up to the plate. Camilo Doval into the game.
They know that he.
It's only one man, believe me.
Here's a new pitcher from the pen, Yohan Duran. And here's the catcher, Gabriel Moreno.
Number 59.
The wind of the pitch. And first offering is fouled off. Chases that one upstairs.
Cold night tonight, Boog, and that's a pretty firm fastball right there. I tell you what, memories of getting jammed, they are creeping into my mind right now.
Got him swinging. It's a strikeout. Slider got him for strike three. So the lineup flips over. Freddie Freeman up to the dish.
Went down looking on 3 pitches last time. Let's see if he can be a little more aggressive right here.
And first offering is fouled off.
A little tardy on that fastball. Is going to have to get it going a little quicker. Get that front foot down.
Fouled off left side. One down, base is empty. Swing and a ball popped up. Tries to make the play, but it's foul.
Wow, he got away with a mistake right there.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Very strong coming out of the pen so far as he punches out the first 2 batters he's faced in this one, getting straight to work. Man, it's talked about a lot, but relievers are just so electric these days. These aren't fun at bats if you're a hitter, and I'm so glad I'm retired.
Now the number 2 hitter, Christian Yelich. Out towards right center field. Garcia really on his horse for this one. He's got it, and that is that. And the NL is down in order. This one, we're bottom of the 7th, and we got a pinch hitter to lead it off.
Pinch hitting.
Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Andres Munoz. And next is the designated hitter, Shohei Ohtani. And the way he's going in this one, we've been waiting for his spot to come around again.
All right, listen, everyone. Stop what you're doing right now. This guy's got 2 home runs already. Now he's going for number 3.
The pitch. And it's fouled away.
You know, this guy's great speed is in the back of that pitcher's mind. If he can get on, it's going to give him one more thing he's got to think about.
Swings and misses. Slider right there.
Talk about tying a guy up. That was ugly.
The 0-2. Fights it off. He'll see another. The tying run at the plate. Registers the punch out and hits 101.
Pretty big strikeout right there to start this 8th inning. Down one. Any leadoff base runner really makes this inning a bit more interesting. But now this offense has to switch from possibly trying to manufacture a run to needing to run into something or just try to string multiple hits together to get a run across the plate.
Here's Mookie now. And first offering is fouled off. And a pitch. On the ground. And that chance handled. And he's safe at first. Substitution being made at first. On a pinch run, Michael Harris. Now it's the second baseman, Jose Altuve. Pitch out, but no action.
If you're a base runner, you got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the dirt. Try your best to get in the scoring position.
Hit on the ground might be 2. Over to Merrifield. Odelo. It's a double play.
Well, we can never overstate it. Pitcher's best friend right there. Double play, gets out of the jam, saves some pitches.
Now into the ball game on defense, Michael Harris. He takes over and right. So digging in, Adolis Garcia.
Number 23,
A new arm into the game, the righty, Evan Phillips.
Well, he hasn't pitched in a while.
pinch hitting for the American League. Number 11.
Emmanuel Clase takes over on the mound.
Power slider guy, bro. He throws it hard and gets a lot of late movement, so it's tough to pick up.
And he deals. In the air, out towards left center. Makes the catch for the out. And now it's Manny Machado.
No, that insurance run in the bottom of the 8th inning was so good to add on, especially with this power hitter at the plate. If he goes deep, you're still up in the ball game. Really good spot to be in right here.
Swings and misses, struck him out.
I'll see it more commonly in the sport these days, but man, a triple-digit fastball blown right by someone is still pretty awesome to witness. I mean, you got to be geared up and ready to swing it when a guy like this comes out of the bullpen, because that fastball, it eats, and if you're not ready, you're going to be walking back to the dugout.
Oh, 0-2 now. That one missed.
The only adjustment he needs to make is his target. If you aim at the outside corner, that slider's going to end up way off the plate. Perhaps look a little more down the middle, and you get it right where you want it.
Lays out, but he can't squeeze it. Throw not nearly in time. He's safe. And it's going to wind up out of play.
Well, you can't give him 2 errors on that play, but that's pretty much what it looked like. Tried to stay with it after the bobble, and He might have pulled it off with a good throw, but it's very easy to rush the throw when you don't field it cleanly. A lot of times guys don't have a good grip on it, and I think that was the case right there.
Man in scoring position with 2 away. Gabriel Moreno now at the plate. Corner infielders guarding the lines, trying to prevent extra bases. Arcia stands at second with 2 gone. Swing and a miss, and a count 1-1.
Instead of letting the hitter get his arms extended, tied him up a little bit, slightly up, slightly in.
There's the strike.
Now just a cement mixer slider right there. It's a great pitch to hit if you can recognize it early and jump on it.
And a ball and 2 strikes. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Right-handed reliever. And that'll do it.
Well, this was a fun game all the way around. We saw plenty of action. 12 runs total on the board, but a pretty close finish at the end.
A 7-5 final score in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. We'll see you soon.
Final line score tonight. First were the victorious American League All-Stars. 7 runs on 10 hits, 1 error, and 13 runners left on base.